back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So, Shabby Saturday. I was thinking of doing a lovely little heart today because we're coming up to Valentine's Day, and I had a little practice. I did a nice video for the pink butterflies, and this is what I ended up making at the end of it. I wanted to, this was just sort of like a little prototype. So I'm going to make some out of this lovely fabric because it's the same sort of, it's like that Hessian-y calico sort of fabric, and it's really, really lovely. This is one that I coffee dyed. This is a sort of Paris theme one, and I just love it. I think it looks really, really lovely. Not sure whether I want to stuff it with something or not, but I wanted to make some bows with my new lace that I have. That vintage lace, so I think this one would be really, really lovely. So that's what I'm going to do. I did cut out a big heart, but I think I'm going to make it quite not as big as the one that I cut out. I did cut out one which I've just gone and misplaced. I don't know what I've done with it, which was half the size of an A4. Let me find my scissors. There they are. Which was sort of like this big, which I just folded a piece of paper in half and then cut out this big heart. Or maybe I will. Oh, I don't know. Let's see how much fabric I've got. Is that a bit too fat? Oh, the one that I did earlier was really good. I did like that. Let's just come down this way just a little bit. That's a bit better. Just needed a little bit more in the middle. That's perfect. So let's see how much fabric I've got on here. This one I think I've just purchased off Temu, so I don't think it was that expensive. Not really, and it was quite a big piece. So right, shall we have this on the front and the back? Look at it, it's going to look really, really lovely, isn't it? Okay. What should we do? What shall we do? I might be able to take a piece off this end. If I double that over, that's not going to be quite big enough, I don't think. No, not really. Not really. Let's go this end. Let's open this up. Oh, where's the other end? So, what should we do? We need to go this way, don't we? I don't even know what I'm doing now. Let's go this way. Let's do it this way. Then I can just cut this piece off down this end. Like that. So this can come this way a bit. Like that. I think that should be good. That should be good, shouldn't it? So we have a front and the back. I'm going to pin this down. Let me pin this down and cut it off. Like this. It's going to be quite a nice, quick and easy one today, because I've had a very busy day today. I've done all sorts of things. I've even made a lovely soup. I've started making soup, guys. I like soup, but at lunchtime I want something like warm, but I don't want anything like too much. So I've just started making some lovely sort of like vegetable soups. And it's really, really nice. Should have just, I'm going to just tear this off. So yes, I've had a bit of a busy day doing all sorts of things. Let's put this away. You know what it's like. You do one thing and you do another thing, leads to another thing. I've got my sewing machine to the side today. Let's take these. Right. I'm going to just leave a bit of a border just because it will probably fray a little bit more. I'm going to go around. Like this. So guys, have you had a lovely week? Have you had a busy week? Don't want that bit. Busy. Is it cold where you are, or are you somewhere where it's nice and warm? It's really horrible here. Portugal is supposed to be lovely and sunny and warm, and the last few years in January, it has not stopped raining. Last year it rained until May, so it was awful. I'm always complaining about the weather, I do apologise, but I don't like being cold. I'm not a person that likes to be cold. I like to be lovely and warm and cosy. There we go. Look at that, that's pretty good. Where's my little, I need my little pincushion. What did I do with that? Let me take this one. I'll have to use this one. I don't know what I did with my other one. I had it here. Oh, things just disappear on my desk. And we've got another little stray one there. Right, let's pop that to the side. Look at that. I think that's going to be super. So I'm just thinking of just sewing around it, so then I don't have to turn it inside out and stuff it and things like that. Do you know what I mean? And then what I did have, what have I done with that fabric now? Here. Got a little bit of this, which is really pretty, which I might have. This is a scarf, but I've cut it up. I've used it before and I've cut it up. But I want this to be a little bit more shabby around the outside. So I was thinking of cutting a bit and just putting it around the outside. Let's put this to the side. Let's get this together, like so. I just like things hanging up on my walls. I really do. I like shabby bits and pieces. And by making them yourself, we can have lots. I'm going to just snip that like that. A little bit of tulle would be quite nice actually, hanging out the outside, other side, wouldn't it? But I try not to use the same things each week, so I'm trying not to use the tulle. So I'm going to just fold that, do you know what I mean, and just sort of sandwich that in there, like that. Just so it's got another little bit of something. Right, I'm going to take this one off, like that. Do you know what I mean? We can just pop this around the outside. Just wrinkle it up. This should be, do you think that's enough? Probably not. I'm going to get a little bit of fabric glue actually. Oh. Oops, I've just dropped it. I'm going to add a little bit of fabric glue. I want this just to be, I might actually get some tulle. I want this to be nice and scruffy and shabby. I might pop a little bit of lace in between as well. Oh, come on, glue. There we go. Just a tiny bit, because I know I'm not going to sew on the very edge of this like this. I don't want it too far on the edge because I want to, oops, I want to scruff it up a little bit. So it's just a little bit of fabric glue around there, like that. Pop that on. Because then when this goes on the top, this will set on, this will be all scruffy, then we can put some, maybe a little bit of lace or something around there, we'll see. I'm just making it up as I go along, like this. There we go. I just don't want to, I don't want to turn it inside out, because every time I sort of make carts that go inside out, they sort of like turn a funny shape. I can never get this bit right. It's always sort of like goes all weird on it, so I'm going to try it this way, where I just stick this on. I'll have to cut another piece of this off, I think. Gosh, it's gone very dark here already. We haven't really done any much. I never have much to report, do I, guys? I really don't. I'm not sort of like, we're not going anywhere because the weather's so dreadful. But we never, you know, our days are pretty boring, which I'd rather have them boring actually than full of drama. I'm not very good at drama. And people have got lots of drama in their lives, it's very stressful, and I don't like drama. I like to have a nice quiet life. Well, lots of people will call me boring, but I don't care. I don't care. We're quite happy, if you're like me, we're quite happy in our craft rooms, aren't we? Minding our own business, doing our own thing. Oh, look at that, not quite. Didn't quite make it, did it? We need one little bit more. Look, this is still folded up. Let's cut another little bit off. Just a little snip. Let's cut that bit on because that's a bit sewn on. There we go. Yes, didn't quite make that. Let's put this down in there, like that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. This can just snip off, like so. Right, I'm just going to pop this on the top and see if we can sort of see what it looks like. Look, love it. Right, I'm going to get a little bit of tulle. That needs to come out a little bit more. Just like that. I should have got it, but I don't have it to hand. 2 seconds. Okay, I've got my nice big thing of creamy tulle here, and all I'm going to do again is just snip this down through here, like that. Well, I do feel organised with my drawers, what we did the other day, with everything sort of like wrapped up nicely on those little bits of card. It's working really well. So this, I just want little bits coming out. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to just pull this like that and add these in like that. I think it's not going to be easy to stuff this one, is it? I'm going to just add them to the sides, and then I will pin it together. But yes, it's not going to be an easy one to stuff, that's for sure. Oops, all of these bits. Just going to put down, little bits coming out. I don't care where they come out. Where's the end? Oops, that's a different bit. This is the bit we need, like that. Pull it, pop that in like this. Can you see? I'm going to do it in sections because I think it will be easier than in one. Sorry guys, you probably can't really see this tool, can you? Very well. Let's just pull this like that. I'm going to pin it because this is going to come off. This little bit And there. Alright, there we go, that's pinned on there, lovely. Turn round here. I'll add the lacy bits in a minute. I just want to put this inside. I'm probably making it so much harder for myself. But we shall see, unless I just pin this over the top, do you think? So that's just sort of coming out like that. That might be a bit easier. Let's put this on. Where's the bottom? That's the bottom. Those, pin those together. The edges. No, that's not right. There we go. That goes in. Probably didn't need to really glue it, did I, on those ones? That's going in, okay. There we go. Nice little sandwiched through there. Take this little bit. Oh, that needs to come out a little bit. Do I have a pin in there? Take you out. You need to come out a little bit more. Yeah, I think it's going to be so much easier to pin it. Definitely. There we go. Take this one. Pin that. I think we'll do paper craft next week. Some sort of a paper crafty one next week instead of fabric. Because sometimes this gets a little bit complicated, doesn't it? Because sometimes I never know when to stop adding things. Doesn't feel like that's in the right place. Okay. Put that in. Maybe I should just do that way. That's a better way, isn't it? Pull that out. I just want it to look like there's lots of layers in there, when there not necessarily are lots of layers. Do you know what I mean? Let's put this in. An illusion of layers. I think once I get going, I'm okay. There we go, let's put this in. Stick it all in. Don't necessarily want it to be like a frill, really. I just want it to sort of look a bit uneven. I can pull it in bits and pieces in a minute together. So, do you think that's going to go all the way round? Or are we going to have to cut another little bit? Let's pull this out. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut some. I'm going to have to cut another little bit off. Oh no, I'm not. I've got a piece right to the side here, look. Must have come off double. So that was only one little piece, that's good. Oh, I'll leave that on. Let's pull this out. Tuck that in. Oops. Needs to come out a little bit more. What's the last thing you guys made sewing wise? Do you like making bags and things like that? One of you lovelies, you made a lovely cover for your sewing machine. I don't know who it were. You put it in the Facebook group a while ago. It was for Shabby journal one. I think you printed on fabric. The paper's on fabric. Oh, it was fabulous. It was so good. Really, really lovely. I'll see if I can find the post in the Facebook group actually. Let's see. I'm going to chop that off. I need to add a little bit more in here. Like that. Perfect. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It looks a bit messy, doesn't it? But I think it's going to look really nice when it's done, because I want to scruff these edges up. So, decisions. Now I need to know, do I leave a little space to stuff it, or do I cut it open and put a little patch on it, on there? Do you know what I mean? Or stick something on here like a flower over it. Decisions. Where do I start to sew from here? I think maybe I will go down to here. I'll leave this bit open, but I'll lift this up and sew down there maybe, so this is on. Okay, let's just do it. I'm just going to do it anyway. Let's see how it comes when I sew. Right, I'm going to bring my sewing machine over. Bring this over, pull it over here like so you can see. Put these, oh, let's hope I've got enough in there from the bobbin. Okay, I'm going to go down through this bit, just at the bottom. Leave that much. I'm going to leave that much. Okay. Okay, so I've got a little gap like this here. Let's just take these off. I want to see if, take this one out. Let's cut this little bit of thread off. Oh, I think I should be able to stuff it with that, and then I can just push that in. I think that should be okay. And stick it all back in again. There we go. This little bit, I can just gather that up like that and stick that in and sew it up. Okay, so what I wanted to do is just, let's move this out of the way for a minute. Let me put all my pins back in here. Like so. And then we can just scruff this up. Oops, there's another pin. Can go in there. Do what I mean, around the edges. Let's hope it doesn't all sort of come undone. Let's rub it so it's scruffy. Then we can add a little bit of lace on there as well. Can you see this bit? That's why I want it all scruffy like that. Oh, lovely. What's the back like? Scruffy as the front. How fabulous. Actually, this would be really nice hanging up to put brooches and that on, wouldn't it? So that's what I mean, if you make things, you could sort of like pin them on. I think will look really, really nice. Let's just do this, and I've got my bag of stuffing over there. Crunch that up. We will do the rest of that in a minute. Let's get rid of these little bits. Oh, I'm loving that. Needs to be a little bit scruffier, but loving it. Let me get my stuffing. So I use this. It's just stuff to stuff things. It's for little cuddly toys and things like that. So I bought this a long time ago, and it's really good. Let's just take, don't want a huge amount, but let's just fluff it up like this. Don't need to stuff it as hard as you sort of like would with a cuddly toy. Let's put that underneath. Let's see if I've got a big enough hole in there. Pop that in. It's kind of nice, isn't it? There we go. Doesn't want to be stuffed too much because, like I said, it's going to sort of like hang on the wall. It's not a cushion. I just want it to have a little bit of padding in there, like so, just so it's got a little bit. I need to, a little. Oh, this is my paint one. Paint's dry, but let's see if I can sort of push it up into those corners, like that. Pop that in. Lovely, 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 lovely. I do like sewing on my machine, but I'm not very good at making things. I'm good at doing sort of like embellishments and stuff like that, where it's not too, you know, you don't have to measure things out, but I'm dreadful at actually sort of like, even if I had to take up a pair of trousers, I'm awful. I'm not that good like that, but I'm okay if I'm just making embellishments. It's fun. But yeah, measuring is not my forte. So, there we go. Let's tuck that in. I think that's probably enough in there. Give it a little wiggle around. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Now the other one, I put a little bit of wire to hang it up, but I don't really think this one needs it. I might just pop a little bit of lace. Right, I'm going to put this back in here. That's a huge bag of it. Let's pop it on the floor. Right, we need to stuff that in there, and then I can just move it all about in a minute. Let's just gather this up. Pop that in. Just so it pokes out. Need it to poke out a little bit, look, and then we can just sew this together. Perfect. Pop our little bits and pieces over there. Pull this as well. This is, I've got a little mat under it because it stops it vibrating on my table, because sometimes it can be very, very noisy. Actually, Andy bought it for me a long time ago when I was actually working from downstairs in the lounge. Before I had my craft room, I had my mum's old sewing machine down there, and he was, one evening I was sewing and he was trying to watch the TV, and it was making so much noise that the next day I got a delivery from Amazon with a little mat to quieten it down. It did make me laugh. Okie dokie, there we go. It's a little bit of a wobbly stitch. There we go, let's get rid of these bits on here. So a piece of cotton, there we go. Now what I'm going to do with some of the lace, I'm just going to sort of put it on with some fabric glue, or I could actually sort of hand stitch some of this on. I do like that. That's really nice, isn't it? Nice and scruffy. Or some of the bits, I'm going to cut this bit off because this is, oops, wrong scissors. This is sort of like the end bit. We don't like that. I'm going to pop that in. Might just stitch this because I want a little bit of lace hanging down from the bottom. But it's really lovely. It's really nice and soft. It's not too bad, guys, not too bad. So I think I want a big, nice bow on there. So I'm going to make a bow. Do we want something? I want a little sort of dingly dangly off the bottom as well. So I think maybe we'll use some of this, because I do have quite a bit of it which I need to use. I won't be afraid to use it. Let's flip that like that. Just what I mean. So that's going to hang down. Attach it over there with that little bit of tulle. So it just hangs down, and maybe I've got something I can, it needs like a little button or something from there, doesn't it? I think. Should we have a little bit more? Shall I use this for the bow? Maybe I'll hand stitch that on there. Let's leave that to the side. Oh, actually I'm going to pop those to the side. I'm going to bring over my my little bow maker. I can see myself having to wash more of this very soon. Okay. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to make a tall one, I think, to hang behind it. Let's take this off. That's lovely. I can see some of you have got your bow maker and making some lovely flowers. Saw your flowers in the Facebook group. They are fabulous. So I'm so pleased you're making them. Look, I've got a little bit of leftover tulle here that we had. So let's just make a little bow, shall we? Pop this on. Oopsie daisy. Let's pop that on. Do that up. Is it a bit dark in here? Sorry, it's getting a bit dark in here tonight. It's dark outside. It's night time. It's not night time, but you get that in the middle. It's not really night time, but it is dark outside. Should have put my glue gun on really, guys, shouldn't I? To glue it on, but then I would rather, I think I would rather sew it on. Look at that. Oh, I think that's so pretty. I'm going to stitch this on. Have I got anything in here? I've got a humongous great one with cotton on. Really don't need that one. That's too big. I will take the cotton off it though. Let's find the end. What's this little one? There we go. It'll probably take me half an hour to thread my needle. Oh, no, there we go. That was good. Let's find the ends. Alright. I've always promised myself that in the evenings I'm going to be making stuff on the sofa, fussy cutting and stuff. I've got so much to do. Fussy cutting and bits that I haven't done anything on the sofa except for sit and watch TV and then fall asleep. I think because we do so much during the day. Oh my gosh, I can't even tie a knot. That we get really busy. There we go. Okay, I'm going to just, which is the front? That the front? That the front? This is the front. That looks better, doesn't it? Right, I'm going to go in through here. Then back again. Oopsie daisy. Let's just take a little stitch through there just to hold it on. Oops. Like that. Okay, let's take this nice little scruffy bow. A little, which way? those little bits down like that. It's not easy to do, trying to keep it you know, in view, so I'm not doing a very good job here. Just pop that through like that, pull that tight, push it through the middle of this bow like that. Then I can catch this little one through. I'm going to go all the way through this one if I can. There we go. And that can go on top like that. Then I need to go back through like that and through there. I'm going to come out the other side, I think. I think it will make it a little bit easier. Oh gosh, look, I've got all bits caught everywhere. Pop that in. Lovely, lovely. There we go. And then sew that just a little bit at the back. You won't see at the back. Now what I need to do is figure out how I'm going to hang this. Go through. Need to go through the little bit. There we go. So how shall I hang it? Oh, I think this is so pretty. I'm so glad I've used my little bits of lace in there. Like that. I would like to make just a sort of plain white one, because I would like to make a white sort of journal, because I've got those lovely shabby photos that I've got, sort of like they're almost like interior photos of you know, sofas and things like that, and jars of roses. So I would like to make just a little simple journal, but in white paper and not coffee stained, which will be a challenge for me, because we like to ink everything. I do anyway. Okay guys, I think that's going to be it. I think he's pretty on there, pretty good, I believe. One more stitch to the back. There we go. Without catching the little tail of the bow. There we go. Super, super duper. Tie that off. One more little knot and I think we're done. Looks more like a little cushion than a little hanger, doesn't it? Little hangy thing, but I love it. I love it. Let's chop those little bits off. Pop that in there. It's very, very light. It feels very, very light. Do you know what I mean? So we've got the little bow bits in there. Let's open this up. Look at that. Isn't that just the cutest? Easiest way of doing it. Obviously you don't have to put all this frilly stuff. That's what took the time to do it. But you can add, you know, bits around the edge a different way, just on this bit. But I wanted these bits to be sort of like a bit fluffy. Now where's these bits? I was going to just add, I need to sew those on there like that, I think. Just a bit willy-nilly. Then maybe I'll put something on. Okay, where's that needle gone? Where did it go? There it is. Let me just quickly sew this on. And then we are done. But like I said, it's nice to put little pins on, isn't it? As well. Brooches, I mean. Little brooches. I've got this little bit of tulle there, which I'm going to just catch like that. Chop this end bit off. There we go. Sew this on. There we go. I just wanted this to be quite easy and simple today. But I wanted something at the end of it, do you know what I mean? I wanted a nice little puffy heart. I've got some nice white like little tablecloths, little napkins, which I think would make little pretty white ones of these, which would look really nice, wouldn't they? Little white and lacy, which I might do this week. So let's just sew that on. Not sure whether to put a little button or something on there. Look at that. That's so cute, isn't it? Let's just see and pop that in there. What I've got in here. Because these are the little ones that I've got in here, and I've got these little these ones. They got these, so that's a bit too much, isn't it? I've got little hearts. Oh, what's that? So that's quite nice, isn't it? Look, it's only small, but it's really pretty. Or in there. Oh, I quite like it in there. That's kind of nice, isn't it? I did want something on the bottom. Maybe I'll put that in there and then make a little tulle bow to go on the bottom, not lacy. Let's put this around. Let's get my tulle back out again. Take a little snippet at the end of this. All these bits and pieces everywhere. Should we make another big bow? I do like bows. Does it need a bow? Yeah, it does need a bow, doesn't it? Let's put that there and then I can sew it. This one can be just going to go round like this. Probably didn't need to be as big, but that's okay. There we go. Nice little scruffy one. Nice little scruffy at the bottom, like that. With these little bits, let's go through. Oops, that's got to go round. Which way are you? So that way or that way? This way. Pop that through. Pop that on. Back through. I'm going to have to go this way, I think. I just sewn, oh no, I thought I'd sewn that on then. Oh my gosh. Put that through. Little bit of sewing today. Little bit of hand sewing is always good. Not that I'm doing a very good job, because I feel like I'm far away from myself. Because when you sew, you tend to sew quite close to yourself, don't you? I'm going to just tie that off. Look at that, guys, a whole video with no glue gun. Can't say glue because we used fabric glue, but there was no glue gun on that, was there? Which makes a change. Oh, I do like that. Oh, that's so pretty. Right, now, I think I'm going to have it on there, but I think I'm going to... Should I sew it on? Or stick it on? What do you think? I don't know whether I like that one on there, you know. I think that might be too puffy. I've got a funny feeling I don't like that. It's too puffy, guys, too puffy. I'm going to take it off. Take this off. I don't like the puffiness of it. I do like puffy. I do like my tool, but there we go. I prefer it without. Don't you? Definitely. Definitely, definitely. But I do like that. My granddaughter would like this. She loves hearts like me. Shall we try and sew that in? What do you think we can do? Yeah, she loves hearts. Anything with hearts on, she absolutely adores. Right, this is it. Nearly done. Nearly done, guys. Just want to sew this little heart one on. It's like a little button. Oops. I think they are buttons anyway. Do you think it will go on nicely? I can sew this on pretty well or not. So it's going to be a bit floppy. Might need a little bit of glue on there actually to hold it up in the right position. Oh, now I've got it all stuck. There we go. Oh, I don't know. Let's go. Let's go through the back. Like this. I think when I sew, I need the camera here so that I don't have to stretch so far, and then you can see what I'm actually doing. You know what I mean? Okay. There we go. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. And I think just hanging up on the wall, I think that will look lovely. So there we go, guys. That's our little pillow today. It's not a pillow. It's not. It's a little hangy thing. And I just think it's lovely. I'm going to put some, not sure whether it's going to be wire or lace. I could put a bit of lace on there. I could use a little bit of this, couldn't I? To hang it up with. But I'm liking the thought of sort of wire on there and not the lace for some reason. I think that would look nice, but for now we're going to leave it like that because I think it's just beautiful. So there we go, guys. That's a nice little shabby make today. Quite simple. I think you could probably knock up quite a few of these if you just had the heart shape and just sewed around them without making it too poofy. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Do have a fantastic rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye bye.